Now, a little while ago, I mean a couple of years maybe, or maybe 3 or 4, I built this wood stove here. Well, wood or whatever I got. This stove here for my shop. You can see I got quite a mess here. But anyway, I built this stove. I've been using it for, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, and it's really done well, except for one thing. The pipe, see how it goes out there? And it goes out the side. Now let's go around the back and I'll show you something's wrong with it here. Okay, now we're coming around the back of my workshop here. If I can stop from shaking the camera. And you'll see right there is where that chimney pipe comes out of the wall. Now, we'll take a look at this. What you see here is it has rotted away, as you can see right here. And I think that's strictly because of the heat. And you can see even this pipe up here. See, it is rotted away. See right here, there's a hole in it. Now, one reason I think this happened is because when I built this, I didn't use for this piece and that piece. As you can see, if we go on the way up and look all the way up there, that's I guess a steel, a galvanized pipe, and you know, the kind you use in heating ducts and things like that for air. This is the same thing, and the heat from the fires that I put in there, see all the ashes come out of there. The heat from the fire that I put in there has basically oxidized this, and I think it's because it probably burned off the zinc off the galvanized, and then it just got it real hot and started rotting it away. Oh, anyway, I'm going to replace that today and fix it. So you can see here, now this is real stovepipe, I believe, but you can see it's not. See, there's the new stuff I put. That's the stuff I put on. This is the existing stuff. You can see this looks a little rusty, but it's not being eaten through. So yeah, you got to get that stuff if you're going to do this. Anyway, let me show you what I'm going to replace it with. Okay, now coming back inside the workshop, here's a new piece that I bought, and this is supposed to be real fire flue pipe. So this shouldn't rust out like the other one did, at least not as quick. And this is an extension piece for that. So what I'm going to do basically is, mate this up with this. This comes out of the back of the shop there, and then this will hook onto the remaining piece of that flue that's going up. If you remember from looking at it, it was rusted out and along the seam near the bottom, but I think I can cut above that and then just insert this in and we're good to go. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right size. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to pry this off because it looks like it's rusted on there. Now there's some rivets on the side here. I can't see them from your angle, but I'm just going to try to cut these off because the inner pipe here, I don't want to deform that or anything. So I'm going to try to pop this rivet off and then Maybe we can peel this thing off. There we go. Now as you can see here, I'll climb on up here. Even though this is, pretty sure this is regular stovepipe, you can see there's a little bit of rust or corrosion here just from the heat that comes out of this thing. When this fire burns, it really burns hot, and the flames actually come out. You know, here you can kind of see them through the cracks. So I'm going to put that elbow on here, and it looks like this one here, even though I cut it down here, see it's got a crack clear up to here. So I'd be better off if I actually cut this clear up there and maybe drop this pipe down just a little bit. And we'll see though. Boy, I don't know if you can see that from here, but you can see this is crackling. So, I don't know. I don't like this. So now we go here. There we go. Well, looking at this, and you can see how the pipe, let me back up a little bit so you can see it. You can see how the pipe inclines in, and if I have to pull the bottom out here, the top will have a tilt like that. I don't like that. And what it really boils down to is this pipe and this assembly right here is a little bit longer than the original one was. So bottom line is here, if I could cut this back a little bit, then it would fit in just right. Now, since this is kind of rotted away here, I was thinking what I can do is maybe go ahead and cut this back a little bit and then cut some slits in here so that this will expand, and I'll just shove this over it, and then it ought to work a little bit better. Okay, now, since these are exactly the same size, I've got to either get a fitting that will cover both of these, or either on the inside or the outside, or I've got to cut this and then expand it out, kind of like this is over here on this side, where it goes through there. I'm reluctant to cut into this piece though, because you can feel this is thicker than the other stuff we just cut off, and actually looking at it, if we did cut this one, make some slits in it, you know, that's just like this piece up here, then this would probably fit over this pretty nicely. So let's see if we can do that. I was just sitting here thinking about cutting into this, and I thought, wait a minute. If you turn this around and use this end I was going to cut the slits in, if you recall. And this end and that end are exactly the same size. And I thought, wait a minute, this one's designed to go inside, so if I do this, see, look at that, this one will fit in that one quite nicely. Now, what I can do is turn this one around so that'll fit in there, but then I've got to figure out some kind of joint for the next one, and I think that's a lot easier than cutting this thing. So that's what I think I'll do. Okay, I got the straps off, but remember this one was like this and it was going to fit in here. So let's turn it over and make it fit in here. Let's see. Sometimes is there a little bit of a bugger to get in there? There you go. Okay. Get that one. See, now all I've got to do is get a joint for this. So I've got to have a male and a female, or vice versa. And I think I can go to the hardware store and find something like that, or just manufacture one. But this is looking pretty good. Actually, I can probably cut this one and put. Well, anyway, I'll figure out something. So we're making progress. Okay, I think I found a way to do this with salvaged parts. Now this is what was up here, okay? And I just took that out and throw it right now. I had this other piece of pipe right here. There's two actually. These are both, I think, galvanized steel. And past this, I don't think there's too much chance of it burning this. But anyway, this is shorter than the other pipe, but it still covers the ground. So let's shove this one down in here. See if we can get it. Here we go. There. And we'll turn it this way. There we go. And maybe we'll put something else on there, but I doubt that. Now, what we do is we hook this strap back. Well, yesterday as I was filming toward the end of this, the memory ran out of space and stopped. So I thought I'd come out here and finish this up. As you can see here, this is that pipe I had to tear down. And, you know, I should never have used this in the first place because, you know, it's not chimney pipe. Now, this isn't either. Now, these are the pieces that I had to tear off of there that I threw on the ground. But now this one, I think is going to work pretty good because where the elbow starts right here, see, that's chimney pipe, and that piece is chimney pipe. But then again, this is not. This is just regular duct pipe that you might use, you know, in your house, or you know, for air ducting and things like that. But the reason I'm thinking that's okay is because if you notice this one here, you know, it rotted away here pretty good when I had to cut this piece off. But up here, it didn't rot too much. So I think this is going to work out just fine. And I did put a fire in it, and worked out great. Now, one thing I need to do, and I will do it pretty soon, is I need to put some screws in here to hold this in, because I don't really, you know, it should stay in by itself, but I don't really trust it without something here to pin it in, like a rivet or something. And this here, I think that'll stay in because it's got gravity, you know, working with it. But that's the final solution. And I guess the bottom line of what I was trying to show you here is that sometimes you think you have all the plans worked out, but then as you're going along doing the work, you have to change your your mind a lot about how you were going to attack certain things. And I was just lucky. I had this piece laying around, and that solved that last little piece of dilemma as soon as I turned that elbow around and got the right end in there. But anyway, there it is. That's finished product, and it's working good. This is going to be good for the winter.